billions and billions of aid if you're behaving this way? Then what the answer is,
Well, I think America did know what to do with the operation with Osama, and that is not to tell them what they were doing.
right?
So there's no trust at all.
Zero. That tells you everything you need to know about the American government's confidence in every person in the Pakistani government, including the head of the military, the prime minister, the head of intelligence. They told no one. Actually, it's even worse than that. They were ready, as I don't know if you saw the Times piece, the plan included the ability to fight your way out. Like, this is our non-NATO ally.
For questions, there were two hands. Jabez was first. Please introduce yourself, and then the gentleman in the back, please.
Jabez, you said territory, terrorists, and
Terrorism. No.
But you preface it by saying you have little, I mean, your resources are limited. If your resources are limited, it seems to me you drop terrorism out of the equation.
Drop
Terrorism.
terrorism. Yeah.
Terrorism is
Yeah.
you drop it out of the equation, maybe terrorists, territory, start with Pakistan as territory, and then move from there.
So good. So now we're down to two. Okay. I'd say that seems a good suggestion.
Terrorism is more complicated, it seems, than the other two, and certainly would require much more knowledge.
But how about between the two? You have
Territory is easy. Question is which territory?
Okay, please.
Yeah, sorry, my name is Bill Derodi. I'm at the RSIS school in Singapore and with Chatham House in London. Graham, let me paraphrase your question. You say, should Al-Qaeda lead the terrorists and the US follow? Should territory lead Afghanistan or Pakistan and the US follow? Or should ideas lead terrorism and the US follow? Counter-ideology. Maybe it's time for America to lead, is the answer. And following on from that, let me ask you, what does America want in the absence of threats, uncertainties, and systemic risk in the world? Does it have a vision, or is it solely buffeted by the actions of others?
a good question. Here I came to get answers, not. It's a good question, I think, and well put. I think the U.S. has made a lot of mistakes, but all things considered, if I just take it up to the big level, because that's what you're saying in terms of bigger picture, if you look at the post-World War II U.S. Engagement in the world, including particularly in this arena, the U.S. has had an idea, a big idea, that the combination of a secure internet, a more or less secure international system, in which the U.S. plays not a world policeman, but in any case, the principal military power that provides a fairly, that prevents wars between big states and encourages security among states in general, or the limitation of military conflicts, plus an open global trading and financial system that allows states to improve the lives of their citizens by adopting market-driven, open trade and investments. would lead to significant improvement in human well-being for everybody, and especially for Americans. Well, I'd say that's a kind of a thumbnail sketch of a vision. And I'd say, looking at it, it's done pretty well, if I'm trying to be fair, relative to other periods of history and other powers and other times. So, what's happened to the number of people killed in wars, if you just chart it, way, way, way down. What's the likelihood of war between great powers? Way, way, way down.
So you've got what you want. What do you want next?
Well, no, I would say that did not over, okay, not over at all. And it's actually it's a fragile, I would say, accomplishment, because if you look at, let's say, the rise of China, question of how this will end up ultimately aligning, big question. But in that context, I think what's emerged and what 9/11 reminds us is the I think now and forever we will live in a world in which mega-terrorism is a genuine threat that can't be dismissed. And that's why this question about, therefore, how and where to try to focus can be confused. Okay? So, 9/11 shows that a small group of people determined can kill more people than states used to kill, in wars, to start wars. So twice as many people were killed on 9/11 as in the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor that brought the Americans into World War II. Whoa, wait a minute, just for 19 guys? No, actually, it's worse than that. Mr. Ivers, the guy that would have been doing his anthrax thing if he had decided to do it and spread it so an American working in the American security establishment. He had enough anthrax properly distributed to kill tens of thousands of people. And with the biotech revolution, it will become increasingly possible for small group of people determined to do something hugely horrible. So now in that world, that came to be commonplace. We're not going to be civilized people living in cities. Life's going to change. We're not going to be free people. So I would say there's the puzzle. And I don't. If I had a good answer for that, I wouldn't try to be Socratic here. But I think your question is a good one. In addition to the vision that's been the vision of a more secure, more prosperous world, and reinvigoration of that vision, how to incorporate the terrorist component of it with a positive agenda as well as just reacting to the Al-Qaeda phenomenon. And I think it needs a positive agenda because it's not just Al-Qaeda. If it turns out, if disgruntled individuals can have capacity to kill thousands of people, then we're living in a different world. And I would say that world is part of our future. It's not I can't imagine how to escape from it.